Ladies and gentlemen, the grand exit. The one they never saw coming. The plot twist that sent their carefully crafted narrative crumbling into chaos. You, the one they thought they had figured out, flipped the script in a way that left them stunned, gasping for control. They thought you'd stay, endure, and accept their nonsense. But oh, how wrong they were. You gave them something they didn't plan for, the ultimate checkmate. And now, their story is nothing but a tragedy of their own making. They assumed you were weak, didn't they? That your love for them was some kind of leash they could tighten and loosen at their whim. They pushed, they pulled, they played their little games, thinking you'd always be there. But love isn't weakness. No, love is strength. And it takes the strongest kind of love to walk away when you know you've given all you could. That's what they never understood. They mistook your kindness for submission, your patience for naivety. Fools. And now, look at them, scrambling, confused, spinning in circles, trying to figure out what went wrong. They thought they were the puppeteer, pulling your strings, controlling your every move. But you were never their puppet. You were the quiet observer, the strategist, the storm they never saw brewing. And when you left, it hit them like a tidal wave. They didn't know what to do because they never prepared for this possibility. In their arrogance, they thought you'd always stay, but you didn't. And that's what makes your departure so poetic. Oh, they'll try to rewrite the narrative now, paint themselves as the victim, as the one who was blindsided. They'll tell their sob stories to anyone who will listen. But deep down, they know the truth. They know they pushed you too far, tested your limits too many times, and underestimated you at every turn. And now they're paying the price. Because your absence isn't just noticeable, it's monumental. It's a void they can't fill, a silence that screams louder than any argument ever could. It's funny, isn't it? How they thought they could treat you like a doormat and still have you at their beck and call. They thought their half-hearted apologies and empty promises would be enough to keep you around. But you knew better. You saw through the facade, through their manipulations and gaslighting, and instead of staying to fix what was never truly yours to fix, you chose yourself. You chose yourself. You chose freedom. And that's what terrifies them the most. You see, people like them thrive on control. They feed off power dynamics, off making others feel small so they can feel big. But the moment you walked away, you took all that power with you. You shattered the illusion they had built, exposed the cracks in their foundation. And now, they're standing there, vulnerable, powerless, a shell of the person they pretended to be. Your departure wasn't just a plot twist. It was their undoing. Oh, but let's not forget the irony. They thought they were the clever ones, the ones always 2 steps ahead. They schemed, they planned, they manipulated, thinking they held all the cards. But the real ace? It was always in your hand. And when you played it, they didn't just lose the game. They lost you. And that's a loss they'll never recover from. Now, every day they wake up, they are haunted by the reality they created. They replay every insult, every betrayal, every moment they took you for granted. They see your strength, your resilience, your glow, and it eats away at them. Because they know they'll never find another like you. People like you don't come around twice, and they know it. Oh, how they know it. But let's not waste too much sympathy on them, shall we? After all, they had their chance. They had the privilege of your love, your loyalty, your unwavering support. and they squandered it, treated it like it was replaceable, disposable. And now, they're left with nothing but regret. Because no matter where they go, no matter who they turn to, they'll always compare them to you, and no one will measure up. You, my dear, are the standard, the benchmark, the one they'll remember long after everyone else has faded into the background. Your kindness, your strength, your grace. It's etched into their memory, a permanent reminder of what they lost. And the beauty of it all? You didn't have to lift a finger to make them realize it. Your absence did all the talking. And let's talk about that absence for a moment, shall we? It's not just the lack of your presence. It's the lack of what you brought to their life. The love, the stability, the light. They're fumbling in the dark now, trying to recreate what you gave so effortlessly. But they can't. Because what you gave, it came from the heart, from a place of genuine care and compassion. And that can't be replicated. So let them sit in their regret. Let them wallow in their self-pity. It's not your burden to carry. Your only job now? To keep moving forward. To keep building the life you deserve. Because you've already won. The moment you walked away, you claimed your victory. And no amount of their bitterness or regret can take that away from you. Let's dive deeper into this beautifully tragic tale, shall we? Because the aftermath is where the real revelations unfold. The moment they realize just how monumental their loss was. It's a saga of regret that grows heavier with every passing day. A burden they'll carry for the rest of their lives. You see, your departure wasn't just an event. It was a reckoning. Now, they sit alone, questioning everything. Every word they uttered, every selfish act, every time they made you feel small. It's all rushing back to them now, like a storm they can't escape. And it's poetic justice, really. They thought they could treat you however they pleased, never once considering the consequences. But now, those consequences are staring them in the face. Relentless, unyielding. They thought you'd always be there, but you weren't. And now, they'll spend the rest of their days trying to fill the void you left behind, trying to undo the damage they caused. But they'll never succeed, because they had the real thing, and they let it slip through their fingers. So here's to you, to your strength, your courage, your resilience. Because in the end, you won.